There's some things I do not want out in the fucking public.
Hello, America. It's time to check the nonsense at the door, clear the cobwebs between your ears, and have a rational-ish conversation. This is the lost art of common sense.
That's right, America. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Josh.
And this is the lost art of common sense. And this week, we are discussing January 6th, Part 2.
Part 2.
So, this week, I guess last week on your visual and audio listening devices.
Reality.
Yes. Tucker Carlson came out with some video that had not been seen before about the January 6th insurrection. So we're going to be talking about that this week. Maybe some other things. I don't know. It depends how long things go. But let's get into it.
Let's get after it. Oh,
So-
crap. Was that copyrighted? That show's not around anymore. It doesn't matter.
Cut it. All right. Josh, the QAnon shaman, the face of the insurrection.
Buffalo Boy.
Buffalo ears or whatever, horns, not ears. Do buffaloes have weird ears or?
They have ears.
Well, I know they have ears, but never mind. They're not distinctive ears. It's the horns that are distinctive. That dude, you've all seen him. He was so dangerous. He was the leader of the insurrection. He was the face of it.
He was. He was like,
Ooh, so dangerous that he had an armed escorts the whole time he was there, not trying to arrest him, but actually guiding him and trying to open locked doors for him. He went by, 7 other officers as the 2 who were escorting him.
at one certain time, I think it was upwards of 9.
Yeah, 9 total officers. Not one person laid a hand on him. No one tried to stop him. No one really talked to him to, like, hey, you can't go that way. How is this guy that badass to not even 9 officers try to touch him? Or maybe he wasn't that bad? What's your thoughts?
Well, little backstory on him. They did paint him as the leader, and they did cut and selectively edit to make it look like he kind of let it. I don't even remember really. He was the most noticeable character in the Capitol.
Yeah, I think he's one of the first 30 people in.
Yeah. Well, and he's just like super. So what they do is they pan to him, and I do remember back during the news reports, they only showed him with other people.
Yeah.
Like there was always other people, even though when he was in the Capitol, it was like him and like 2 other people. But to answer your question, when Tucker Carlson released the video, yeah, he's just meandering around the Capitol like on a private tour, or like you said, he was in such charge and so dangerous that the police were doing his bidding. Mind control.
Yeah. Like a QAnon Chuck Norris.
Yes, and because of that, he deserved to be locked in solitary confinement and imprisoned in federal prison for 4 years because of his mind control powers. Has nothing to do with the Capitol.
Mind control.
He showed his cards, and they took his ass down.
Well, I mean, he didn't have a shirt on. Did he have a shirt on? No, right? He had like a vest?
I think he had a vest.
I think it was a vest.
A lot of chest hair showing.
2 years ago, it was a long time to remember.
He was very woolly.
Yeah, he was very woolly. Maybe he's just a very hairy person.
Maybe that was the intimidation.
That could be. I mean, people are intimidated by large, hairy men.
Just saying.
Yes.
I do remember that dude was diagnosed with some kind of mental condition. I'm not sure what it was. But I think they kind of broke him, from my understanding, and I don't know if you have more questions about this, so if you do, you can stop me.
No, go ahead.
But like the dude has mental issue. I don't know if it's PTSD.
I think it's PTSD because he wasn't
right in the head.
Yeah.
Well, he pleaded guilty based on the crap that they showed, that his lawyer saw, that the judge saw, and then if they would have released all the tape, there ain't no way in hell his lawyer would have advised him to plead guilty.
Which I don't have a question about this. I just learned about this, but the lawyers did not have full rights to all the footage. And that just seems like like some kind of unconstitutional way of running things.
It's 100% unconstitutional.
So, I'm pretty sure they're supposed to have anything to prove their, innocence, because technically you are innocent until proven guilty. Technically.
Used to be.
Well, I mean, that's why they labeled it an insurrection.
To bypass the Constitution.
Yes. So when you hear insurrection, okay, so I'm going to lead off with this real quick. Well, not lead off, but like interject real quick. You might not see this on YouTube.
I don't know how big they are on January 6th stuff, but we are always on Rumble. So
always
be sure
on Rumble
to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Comment.
Yes.
Tell us how awesome we are or how shitty we are.
I don't care, either one. But
we enjoy all of them.
Always 5 stars.
5-star reviews
always.
On the podcast. Not hard.
You'd be like, this is a shitty 5 stars, and I'm giving you 5 turds. I don't care. As long as it's 5.
Click 5 stars, comment, I did it angrily.
Yes. But
all of our episodes are always on Rumble.
Always.
We upload to both, but
except for one.
Do we just go to Rumble?
We have one on
We have one on locals about our thoughts on the 2020 election.
Yes. So if you really want to see our thoughts on 2020 election, I think we did a little bit of January 6th on there.
Yeah, we might. We may end up releasing that on Rumble here coming up.
Yeah, might as well. Just so you guys know what you missed, and if we get a little more of a following, we might do some more Rumble content, or not Rumble, but locals content.
Yeah, locals will be like the live audience interaction kind of stuff like that.
Yes. So
premium members only.
If that's what you want, we can do it. But back to that. Yeah, so it's unconstitutional unless, and
I think it would. So the insurrection is basically they can waive. Is it the Fourth Amendment?
Yes.
They can waive those rights if it's like a military thing.
Yes.
Like an attack or like
if it's like a coup on the government.
Yeah.
Yes, they can waive the rights of the citizen. So that's why it's called insurrection. But that doesn't say you can't you can withhold evidence proving their innocence.
It doesn't matter what they're charged. You can't do that.
Period. And I'm not saying he was completely innocent. And I also want to say this: there was like some destructive people, some riotous acts at the Capitol. Not everyone was innocent. This wasn't it wasn't a good thing. We're just saying it wasn't as bad as made out to be. And I'm not completely saying that maybe there was another group there that might have done most of the rioting.
I just know that I haven't seen any stories or anything saying that the people that have been arrested or being charged were the people that were doing the damage.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it. Most of it's just like the only stories I've heard about, and they could be selectively picked stories, but people that were just there.
Yeah.
Like the people, it probably was like the people that did you hear about that story in Atlanta? How they're building a training facility for first responders, because we need more training for our cops.
Yes.
And the Antifa people, like dressed in black, went and firebombed the thing, burned the
Molotov cocktails, fireworks.
And not like fireworks like black cats. These are like big, these are explosives.
Like industrial, or like the big fireworks, the shit you see in the fireworks shows.
Yeah, it was like that, and they showed it, and then they caught them on camera going back into the woods after, changing back into their street clothes, and then joining the peaceful protest. So something like that could happen on January 6th too.
Oh, absolutely. There was like 100,000 people there. It's easy to incite something, go back and just watch, go back into the crowd. Weirdly, when you got I think it was 10,000 people at the Capitol, it's not hard to incite it because it's called, mob mentality, that once one person starts, another person starts, and all of a sudden the whole mob gets worked up, and half the people don't even know what we're worked up about. They just go with the flow because there's an energy amongst people that they share. That
Is it like dragon energy?
I don't believe in dragons. Maybe.
Dragon energy.
Yes, dragon energy.
Trump has it.
You know, well, maybe like tiger blood. Wasn't that Charlie Sheen, right? Tiger blood,
Maybe.
cocaine, and tiger blood.
That was his lunch.
Yeah, something like that.
No, both him and who's the rapper who likes Trump that everybody doesn't like now?
Oh, Kanye West.
Kanye West. He has dragon energy.
Yeah.
Too.
Okay. Well, it's Kanye West energy.
It's like it can be mistaken with a cocaine habit. It's like because you like have a shit ton of energy.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like a mental or like a, I don't know. It's like
Sharp acuity.
Yeah.
I'm
People
sure if
might
that's the right
give-
word. Don't care.
people might just give off this power.
All I
that
know,
just controls.
if I was
It just kind
there,
of spreads out.
there ain't no way in hell. Now, okay, I wasn't there, so I can't say no way. No, I'm about 99.99% sure I won't be stupid enough to go to the Capitol.
No.
And every time I've heard any podcast or any show talk about this shit, they always put, "No, I just want everybody to know that January 6th was bad and it was wrong, and I don't support it." Yeah, granted, we're kind of saying it now, but yeah, it was stupid.
It was stupid.
But was it worse than when the Capitol was
No.
bombed?
No.
No.
No. Or when they were shooting fireworks and throwing Molotov cocktails at the Portland Capitol.
Yeah.
Capitol.
Or basically the whole country being on fire
Yeah.
for 2020. Yeah. Not as bad. Sorry.
This is a political scheme,
Science.
and that's all it was. It's a political scheme, and innocent Americans are getting charged with crimes I'm not going to say they didn't commit, but they're getting overcharged,
Yeah.
So, a 2-month prison sentence or a jail sentence is now becoming a 4-year prison sentence.
Well,
all in the eyes of political, douchery.
I'm trying to maintain the political status quo and power and everything, but it's just another example of it's a 2-tiered justice system. It's not a catchphrase, that's a thing. It's what it is. Like they show, and I know everyone, I don't care if you're tired of hearing about Hillary Clinton or not. She was a bitch, broke the law, never got in really any trouble for it.
Suicided a bunch of people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, there's a lot of people that aren't around anymore, and they're all associated with the Clintons.
Maybe had something on them.
But, like, there are tons of people in Washington who do illegal stuff all the time, and they never get arrested. These people walk around the Capitol, and it's not just like, I don't know if he got time served either, but like the QAnon guy, all these people were in jail.
They have not got
for
time
a
served.
year plus.
They're not getting time served.
Yeah,
they're getting sentenced above being what's January 6th of 2021. So over 2 years ago, and some people still have not gone to court, and they're still in fucking being detained.
Well, that's the problem with their legal system. Like, there should be a judge or somebody ordering them to be either charged or released, and then the judge that sentenced the QAnon shaman dude should have came out right after that stuff was released, pissed off at the prosecutors, whoever had that tape, and immediately called for that dude's release per a mistrial.
And if he gets released, I would sue whoever I could.
Oh, I'd be suing her.
Oh, suing everybody. I'd sue from Nancy Pelosi to everybody, just a bunch of defamation suits. Whoever's holding the video right now, or whoever held the video and knew about the video and then wouldn't release the video, I'd definitely be suing them.
Well, and I don't know.
Just the U.S. government alone, I would sue. I don't know. Can you sue the government?
Well, you can. They can decide whether or not they're gonna let you.
And then that go directly to the Supreme Court.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I don't know
either.
I do know that there was that guy in MSNBC, I think, that was like, shoot him.
Yeah.
I bet they would have shot him if he was dressed up like Bin Laden. The dude was on camera in the Capitol Hall saying a prayer for the Capitol Police.
Because they let him in. And they were so nice to him.
Yeah. It's just like, that guy should probably, shut his mouth. I can't remember his name. He's a left-wing douchebag.
I don't know. Who cares? I don't even know who is on MSNBC.
A bunch of losers.
Or Rachel whatever.
Is it Matt Adam?
Yeah, who cares?
She's dumb.
Yeah.
Nobody likes her. She doesn't have any real friends.
So there was this guy. He was one of the Capitol police officers.
He was a Capitol Police officer.
He was, yeah. Well, he was
He was
painted
killed
as
on January 6th
well
by the protesters.
Yeah, by a fire extinguisher was bashed into his head.
Yes.
And weirdly, he was caught on camera after reported being dead. Is he a zombie?
Possibly. A zombie that likes to clean up protest signs
And wear a helmet.
and wear a helmet.
So I don't know. Is he?
He
Maybe
put that
he
on.
learned his lesson after he died.
Exactly.
So he's a smart zombie, or
It has nothing to do with the either stroke or heart attack he had days after the riot.
yes, had not. Well, zombies don't last long. And they haven't.
That could have been what happened.
They haven't perfected zombie science yet.
Yeah, he could have been killed by the fire extinguisher. Came back that day, put a helmet on to hide the head wound.
Ooh, that disguising.
And then
I like
he's
that.
like, "Oh, garbage! Go that way."
Who thought,
There's no audio. You don't know.
no,
what he's
who
saying.
would have thought that zombies were so cleanly?
And then we really don't know much about zombies. So a few days later, it is sad that he died, but he sadly passed away from zombieism.
Yeah. Or
You know what? I think that tracks. I think that's what happened.
Or, I mean, this may sound weird. Weirdly, he was a Trump supporter. He was. And, somehow they reported him dead. Then he died days later. I'm not saying that's weird, but, I mean, it's like Hillary Clinton weird.
Yeah.
How do you
Okay.
report somebody dead before they're dead? Was it like him cleaning part of the death ritual, or?
Crazy question. Was the vaccine out then?
No, I don't think so. Well, yeah.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
Oh, man, COVID
Yeah.
got him unless he was vaccinated.
Wait, what?
Oh, what? No.
Look, all I'm saying is what you said makes way less sense than the zombie story.
Does it?
Logically, the zombie story
It does
tracks
track.
better.
It tracks better.
I'm just saying.
Well,
I'm just saying. I mean, it could be either or. Most likely a zombie.
most likely. So I'm putting 99% zombie. Being he was reported dead, bashed in, then got up, put a helmet on,
Yes.
started cleaning up the hallways, then died 2 days later.
You never know. Maybe he's tired of zombie stereotypes.
Yeah, because, he's like, I don't even like brains. I like garbage.
I'm a vegan.
Yeah, zombie vegans. That makes more sense.
Oh, crap.
What?
Now we're going to get suicided. We just
Just disclosed this big zombie.
oh, God, we let the truth out.
What if that was the truth? Like, holy crap, how'd they figure it out?
Okay, first they got quantum energy. Now they know about zombies.
This is, we have maybe 6 months, so really get our ratings boosted here, people, because we're going to need that cash for protection. So unless you want us dead, and you might,
That would be
or
super,
zombified.
That would be super rude.
Maybe
I'm sitting in it right now.
If we come up a little pale, like I'm not super tan or anything, but if we come up more pale and eating,
Yeah,
trash
obviously we
or
don't have
vegan
lighting
stuff.
down, but if it looks more pale than what it is now.
But yeah, then we're zombies. We've been suicided.
But yeah, the funny thing is though that's not really new. I mean, I don't remember if they played that tape before or not, but everybody knew no cops died.
No, everybody
January
knew.
6th.
Like, the only person that actually there was 2 people that died, right?
I guess the conspiracy theorists all knew that it was all bullshit, but I don't know.
No, it was proven like 2 months later, I think, that he died because of a stroke 2 days later or something.
Yeah.
The only person that actually died on January 6th was Ashley Babbitt, who was shot by a Capitol Police
Executed.
officer. Yeah.
Executed by a cop.
Weirdly, that was all filmed by a person who was a known Antifa member.
Yep. And she was shot by a cop who had not only, I think, left his gun in the bathroom, but flagged a bunch of people with his pistol at one point, too.
Yeah.
Just a horrible cop.
Yeah, not a very good cop.
That was so weird, too, because I like to think I pay attention to shit. I could have sworn it was the dude at the end of the hall with the rifle. I did not know that jackass cracked the door open and shot her like almost point blank.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was a sad thing to happen. Anybody, anytime anybody dies sucks.
And they're all like, "Oh well, shouldn't have been there." Now, should she have been trying to go through the window?
No.
But that's not justification for shooting her.
She didn't have a weapon. It's not like she threatened anybody.
Backpack.
She didn't threaten anybody.
How do you know that backpack wasn't threatening?
Well, like backpack.
There are people threatened by all kinds of shit.
What if it's a talking backpack, like Dora the
Is that
Explorer?
polyester?
Doesn't Dora the Explorer have a talking backpack? I don't know. I don't watch.
No.
Maybe I'm watching.
I don't watch it.
I think it was Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I'm thinking
That's dumb. I watch SpongeBob.
I think it was Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I was thinking again, where
It's a good show.
it was like a Dora Explorer like type thing. Only Dora was a porn star, and the backpack was the guy that filmed it, and it was an actual backpack. This is not the first time I brought up Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Nope.
You guys really need to check it out.
I haven't seen that episode.
Oh, it's amazing. It's backpack, and Mappy's a crackhead because he's Mappy the Map. Then they have a GPS guy who does what Mappy does, so Mappy's all old and cracked out. And it was whatever. Oh,
Back to the show.
oh my God! Why do we keep getting sidetracked so easily?
This still isn't as bad as last week.
No, last week. Oh,
We
my
have
God.
definitely learned. Obviously, we forgot. We have to have show notes.
Yeah, if we don't have show notes, then we just go off wherever. And we still do it, but at least we can go back. So I don't know if you can see my lap, but I got my notes here because I have to read stuff or I'm going to forget.
I had to read words to make my brain work.
Hey, remember when was it Ray Epps? He was one of the FBI's most wanted.
Yes.
Then he just kind of disappeared from that. Then he testified in front of Congress that he was gone before anything started. And
Okay, how do you do that and not automatically get charged of perjury since he's on camera right there whispering into the dude's ear who is the initial person that charged the gate?
yeah, I don't know, but he
That
definitely
came out right away.
Yeah, he perjured himself because he even texted his nephew saying, "Hey, I think I was the main facilitator of this charge on the Capitol building." But he said he'd sent those texts to his nephew after he was already in the hotel. But weirdly, because GPS tracking and shit, they can prove that he was, and by timestamp on the video of him being there, that he sent those messages while he was at the Capitol. So he perjured himself like 3 times, and yet...
And now he's in jail.
No one knows where he is.
Isn't he on his ranch in Texas?
I don't know. Is he? Does he have a ranch in Texas?
He's a piece of shit.
The dude, whoever he is, I hope you watch this. You fucking suck dicks, dude.
Oh, damn. Harsh.
Yeah.
Harsh.
You
do.
Yeah. Like big horse dicks and shit. Like, ugh.
Yeah, not humans.
No. You don't even get that privilege. You're a piece of shit. But, I mean, will anything come of this, you think?
Of what?
Of him sucking dicks. No, not that.
I'm going to get the highly explicit censor on this one.
No. Obviously, something might come of that, but of him perjuring himself.
No,
I don't think so either. This is what a fucking clown show.
Well,
our government and this January 6th committee is.
Well, it's not going to happen because, even when they were talking about someone not wanting to testify, Congress can't make criminal referrals or charge anybody with anything. And as long as the Democrats control, or at least these joke-ass Democrats control the judicial branch, they're not going to do anything. They'll go after parents who don't like their kids being taught oddly sexual things in elementary and being
I'm gonna get into that later. So,
but they don't go. They go after them. They don't go after actual infringements on the Constitution and stuff like that.
Yeah, the real crimes. So might as well make up. Go after parents who want to make sure their kids are taught fucking non-weird shit. Yeah. So
Is that too much to ask?
I agree that nothing will come of this. Sadly, I wish something would. You know,
I mean, maybe if Trump gets reelected or somebody who gives a shit wants to go back and correct all the jacked up things that have happened over the last.
What do you think that dude's like? You think he shows his face around places, especially if he lives in Texas?
I don't know.
Or do you think he changed his name? Or
nobody covers anything. People used to go to his house and ask him questions. I don't know. Maybe he's dead. Maybe he was pulling. Maybe he was pulling too much attention.
who knows? Clinton.
Maybe he was Clinton.
We're definitely going to get Clinton if we keep saying Clinton on everything.
Oh crap! They know the phrase.
So, with all this extra footage, and I've heard that some of the January 6th committee could not even view the footage either with Capitol.
That's bullshit.
And no, that is bullshit because I'm pretty sure the Speaker of the House can force the fucking Capitol Police to turn over the footage like Kevin McCarthy did to Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, I think for one thing, I think it's bullshit that they didn't see it, and two, if they didn't see it, then it's because of Nancy Pelosi.
Well, what I don't get is what the hell happened to our country where a committee can just blatantly avoid the truth or without seeing all the evidence they have to know they will get caught lying, right?
I don't think they care.
But, they had to know at some point they will get caught lying about all of this. I get you don't care. At the time, you're trying to win fucking midterms.
Yeah, but it all depends on the media.
Yeah, but now they're getting a huge amount of media because, and I guarantee, now if any of you have liberal friends, they're going to say that this was all a lie, even though it's on video. On video. And I think the best thing they could do is release all 41,000 hours of video on the internet.
They should set people on a website where people can actually view all of it.
Exactly. And that way people can make their own conclusions. But
even
they won't.
If it's bad. Like, I'm sure there were assholes. There's always assholes.
There's always assholes, and there's always people that do. People committed crimes there, but not, 10,000 people or.
It wasn't a death blow.
It was probably like 1 to 200 people that actually did some serious or some crime. The rest of the people probably just meandered in because open doors.
It's like, oh, I want to go ahead and pass on this through this open door that was open unto me.
But why is there no why? What is wrong with us to where there is no repercussions for shitty politics, Why is what kind of people are we as citizens to where we constantly allow this shit from both parties? I'm not saying it's just like a Democrat thing or Republican thing, because Mitch McConnell is a piece of shit. He fell down some stairs or something today or yesterday.
He broke his hip. I don't know if he broke his hip.
I don't know.
He's old, though. That happens.
So, he's the biggest piece of shit politician there is. Like, left or right. At least the left's honest about how bad they are. They'll show their hand. Mitch McConnell pretends to be a Republican, but constantly is un-Republican.
Mitch McConnell and Mitt Romney are on tape, like, arguing for the tapes being released.
Yeah.
It's like, what? And then Chuck Schumer pretend like, yeah, I had to run for my life.
Yeah, Chuck. Well, remember when they were making fun of Josh Hawley for running down the hall to, because they were being escorted out? Yeah. So they made fun of Josh Hawley. Like, a bunch of, like, the Senate did, or not Senate, but the House did when they showed it. Then, like, it was on every, like, talk show and shit. They showed Josh Hawley running. What they didn't show was the 70, like, people before him that ran ahead of him. He was just the last one to get there.
Yeah, I think one of the only few people that didn't run, and I used to like him, and now I don't at all, is Dan Crenshaw. I think he just went to his office.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't give a shit.
Well,
I like some things about him. I dislike a lot more.
I dislike his politics.
I don't trust him.
I like him as a, what he did for our country.
No,
as
I
a-
respect him for that. I dislike him for the politician that he is.
Yes.
Just because you can't ever get a read on him.
No, because I think his like.
I think he was one of the people that talked shit about. I haven't seen, like, I saw a list, and I think it was on Tucker Carlson, of the people that talked bad about it. But I only saw, like, it was Mitt Romney, the Senate majority leader or minority leader. If you were just literally, Silence of the Lambs dude, got all jacked up by the force. What's that guy's name? You were just talking about
Who?
the Senate minority leader. You literally just said his name,
Mitch McConnell?
Mitch McConnell.
Cocaine Mitch.
Cocaine Mitch. Yeah, I can remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like the rich guy from the second like Hannibal.
I don't know. It looks
Where
like
the
his
guy's-
face is melting.
Exactly. He looks like the guy from Hannibal.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the guy that was all fucked up. The Hannibal Lecter made him cut his own face and
Yeah.
shit.
And then the sequel, he's like, I'm going to have the hogs eat ya.
Yeah. Yeah. Then
He even talks like
yeah. Then Hannibal Lecter like threw him in the hog's
that.
pit.
He
because-
got ate by the
Yeah.
hogs.
Well, I mean, how threatening are you when you're in a wheelchair against Hannibal Lecter?
I'm just saying.
This wasn't a very good plan.
It wasn't pleasant to look at.
No.
And
It's not.
neither's Cocaine Mitch.
No.
No,
it looks like
it's just-
Cocaine Mitch had a few hogs munch on his face.
I don't know. It's like, but you see all that. It's all optics. Like, it's like you got AOC saying, "Oh, it's fear for my life." Wasn't even in the building.
Yeah. 2 miles away.
And then, like, who cares? Who cares they're running? Same thing when Secret Service made Trump go to the bunker during a much worse. You could
Right across the street.
You could literally call that an insurrection. They were literally trying to storm the White House.
Yeah, and they burned a church down right across the street.
But no, the Capitol was way worse.
Yeah, because
But yeah, they do that, and then like, I don't think I ever heard. I don't think I ever heard him say anything until yesterday. It's like Tucker Carlson, Fox News, and then it's the government calling for
censorship
of the press, saying you need to pull him off. I ran for my life.
exactly again, like they're trying to get the left and
It does show you though, like he did point out, and I don't agree with everything Tucker Carlson says. Sometimes he does a little wag the dog bullshit that I don't agree with.
Yeah.
But it is true. Like all these people show their hands. Everyone in Washington, same beast, same beast. They're all up for themselves. They're not up for us. And I doubt you have this in your notes because I had a little epiphany about this. But if the government is actively breaking its own laws, the law of the land, going after the citizens, that is the insurrection. And you know why? Because we're a self-governing
Yes.
type of government.
We are in charge.
Yeah, we run ourselves. So
Yeah,
if they're
we're
not
republic.
representing us,
They're just representing us.
yeah. So if they're doing shady shit to put the citizens in jail, they're the ones doing the insurrection.
Yeah, I don't know how you fight that though.
What do you think about that, Cocaine Mitch? Well, we can't fight them. They got F-16s and nukes.
Yeah.
You just got to take it.
What do they think? Like, this is what I don't get. All right. They say that shit, but I'm pretty sure everybody in the military has at least family that they're probably not going to go against.
Not their family, but there has been a couple videos of people like, yeah, you guys think you're going to take on the military? Hell
Yeah.
I'll get you real good. And then all the vets came up and like, yeah, okay, come and take it.
Yeah. I mean,
That person, I'm not going to say if it was male or female,
but I would think like if
was not
there
ashamed
was
to start in the
something to where the
military.
citizenship really wanted to go against the government, like there's something so extreme. I don't know if I'd say maybe 60% of the military would not interact against its own people it's supposed to protect.
That would be like
Because they're not here to protect the government. They're here to protect the people.
the people in the Constitution. But that would like if the government did turn the military on its own citizens, that would be the death knell. Because even if some of them did, and I'm sure some of them would follow their orders, that would
America's
would
not.
whip around so fast, and so that'd be the end of America.
No, they're becoming a dictatorship anyways.
Well, and it's like the another guy I watch on YouTube, Warrior Poet Society. That dude, John Love.
Leguizamo? Oh, no.
John Love.
John Love.
I love it. John Lovett.
No, it's not
Love.
John Lovett. That's the dude that was on Saturday Night Live, right?
No, his name is John Love something.
It can't be Lovett.
Cool dude. He's an ex Army Ranger, but he brought this up about segregation of states or not segregation. That's what the left wants to do now in all the
Succession.
schools. Succession. That would be.
It's a good show.
It wouldn't be good. What?
Succession. It's
I
on
haven't seen
HBO.
it.
It's good.
But it wouldn't work out. I mean, obviously, the middle of the country is going to make it a hell of a lot better than the coastals.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we literally feed like 30% of the world or something.
Oh, I think it's larger than that.
But it wouldn't be good. Like,
I know, like Iowa alone could feed the world for 4 years.
Like in 1 year's thing.
Yeah, I mean, not. I think it's like one meal.
Everybody gets one corn tortilla a day because they grow a lot of corn there.
I mean, that was well
with a little bit of pork.
That might have been when it was 6 million people, not 8.
Spritz of lima.
I forget how old I was when
that would still be like 3 point something years.
Yeah.
But no, that wouldn't be good. What we need to do is crush we have to win the culture war.
Yeah.
That's what's been raging. I know you all watched the 3-part reaction video to the subversion warning that we got back in the 1980s.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like, I don't understand, but it makes you want to beat your head against the wall. Because,
I know.
like, how stupid are people to believe this bullshit? I get, like, they go after the kids and indoctrinate them, and then it's harder to knock them out of them. But as adults, what the fuck?
Especially you people who grew up in the early 2000s, the 90s, and the 80s, and just before the early 2000s and before. Why are you so fucking stupid? Like, you shouldn't be stupid. Why are you so fucking stupid?
Sounds like it's time for someone to do some soul searching.
You white liberal women think that, you know better than an actual black person or actual fucking Latin person, that they want to be called Latinx or that they actually need your help. They don't. They don't want your help. You know what you are? You're virtual signaling. And
I'm going to bleep that. We're not dropping the C-bomb on the show.
Okay. You're virtually signaling
jerks.
Well,
the funny thing is, it's not like you're stereotyping anybody. That's literally the only demographic, I guess is a word, that the Democrats have gained ground in.
Yes. And it's true because for some reason they don't have enough life fulfillment to where they feel like they have to jump into other people's lives and basically ruin America doing it.
Well, and I want to do an episode.
This is these same people who will use their children and make their children
to be cool and fit in.
Well, fit in any way possible. And if that means forcing them or manipulating them to be a gender they're not by their kid's decision or not. That's the group I'm talking about.
I want to do an episode on privilege, but not the privilege you think. Unless you watch this show a lot, then you may know what I'm talking about. But it's not like the privilege people are, enjoy your privilege.
Yeah.
There's something behind it, and it has to do with all the crazy shit going on. And we will have an episode on it. It's going to be awesome.
It will be awesome.
If we don't, well, I'm going to bleep out half the shit he just said. But
you'll know what I'm saying. Just put a bleep over it. Don't edit it out.
I'll do what I want.
I don't like what you're doing.
I'm going to put a cream
No one censors me.
On your face. Just like,
beep. I'm cool with that.
I'm okay with visual effects.
I like visual effects.
I haven't been doing them lately.
No, well, you haven't had a lot of time. We've been pretty much just popping this up. And I'm glad I'm getting you do a little more work by trying to listen to this. It's going to be funny when you forget all about this tomorrow and it makes it through.
Yeah, because last time I just cropped it from the beginning and did it.
It's the internet.
Nope, I'll remember this, Kevin. You used a naughty word.
I did. The one word I probably shouldn't have used, I've used. So, but here's the thing. Why is every conspiracy theory that the right comes up with, or, I guess center right, far right, whatever, anybody that's not a far left person, anything that they disagree with is now a conspiracy theory, tends to come true.
Well, that's because conspiracy theory is a made-up term that's only like 30 some odd years old. and it was a way of like derailing people. It's like if somebody started asking questions about the government or pointing out facts, they got a little closer. Well, that person's a conspiracy theorist. It's all about discrediting the person making the thing. Most conspiracy theories are based on, now there are some crazy ass shit that people come up with,
Yeah.
but a lot of conspiracy theories, a lot of the right wing conspiracy theorists are only coming to conclusions based on logic.
Yeah. Common sense usually dictates our conspiracy theories.
Yeah, like it's like you can either believe the narrative where you really got to stretch shit and look around the corner through 6 mirrors and a cloud of smoke to figure out what the hell they're talking about, or you can use common sense and come up with your own rational, probably most likely to be proven a while down the road conspiracy theory.
So what is it about the left that makes them want to believe everything their government tells them?
The other thing I think of is brainwash, or they're dumb.
I mean, and these conspiracy theories, does the left, are they just incompetent at lying? Or, do they just not care about getting caught? Or, or are they just short-sighted to where...
Or are you never lying and can never get caught if you have the media on your side?
Well, no, they constantly get caught.
Maybe if they get caught, they don't care because the whole rest of the media
That's
just
true.
is like, nope, blah, blah, blah. And then if the people just watch the regular media, what does it matter?
Yeah, but who actually watches the fucking news? I don't know anybody watches the news. Well, no. I have one friend that watches MSNBC.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I think I know who it is.
You do. Do you think, with all this new footage, do you think it will have any effect on any of the people? Will there be any retrials, or what do they call that when you trial again, or like
That'd be a retrial.
a retrial? But that's not what it's called.
Yeah, your petition for, or what the hell is that called?
I know.
I thought it was petition for a retrial, but I don't think that's it.
No, it's a. God damn it!
I'm trying to think of like when I'm watching Discovery ID. Like, oh, he was caught with the murder weapon murdering the person, and he got convicted.
Now
He's already
filed for blank.
How is it that we neither one of us can? You're supposed to be the one that thinks of the words.
Filed for. It's not acquittal. I'm thinking of every other word that comes out.
This may be one of those things where I just blurt it out later in the show.
Exactly.
Totally out of context manner.
So, I mean, is it...
Or there's the people that are listening like,
not a mistrial. Not a mistrial.
No, it's you're challenging the verdict.
Yeah.
And there's a word for it
Mm-hmm.
that we can't remember.
You know what's going to happen? Someone will wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, blah, blah, blah.
It's like the same thing when people are on death row. They've
exhausted their...
Yeah, it's right there. We're both blank. We're both dumb.
Fuck.
Appeal.
You can appeal.
You can appeal.
Good call.
I think
it's like
the QAnon shaman, he should just be released and his case thrown out.
My brain just like relaxed when you said that word.
Well, it only took like 6 different types of references before we actually got the word.
Yeah, do you think this, I mean, obviously, this should have an effect on like any like trials to come, right?
I would think so.
I mean, there was a bunch
The problem is, like, Tucker said, I'm going to release more footage today, and I watched it, and it was just the same shit.
Yeah.
QAnon Sean.
So, I mean, he's obviously should be released, but I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing like some of the other people who got convicted, they can probably pinpoint
based on
them
status quo, nobody who was participated in January 6th should be in prison, period.
No, just because of time served of anything.
They shouldn't have been arrested.
No. Well, they definitely shouldn't have been arrested without just cause.
Well, it's just, if we're doing status quo,
innocent until proven guilty, they should be able to bond out or whatever,
I mean, people are letting people out of prison and jail for murdering or being murder suspects without bail and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, you said that, you went into the Capitol and you put your feet up and
did you see that?
close his desk.
Maryland's trying to lower the prison sentence for Grand Theft Auto, or or like the sentencing and all, because they say that once you get caught, you learn your lesson, so you won't do it again.
That is just so wrong.
Yeah. No, that was Washington, D.C. for carjackings.
Well, see, they can get away with that because Washington, D.C. is basically a stained communist red area of the United States to where you can't have a firearm. And so people can just rob you.
Yes.
And if they don't crack down on this shit and people are going to do it, you get in other areas, you're just going to get people killed. Give me your car. No.
No.
I mean, car thefts for whatever reason are super high. I had a guy, I don't know if he's going to ask me for money or if he's going to steal my ride, but we're on our way back from Iowa, and we stopped at a 7-Eleven in Oklahoma City. And there were some dudes who looked like they may or may not enjoyed riding the old meth wagon.
Ooh.
And I was walking back to the truck, and I heard someone walking behind me, and like close. So obviously I was carrying because I'm an American. And all I did is if I ever think that there's something that could possibly happen, I'll put my thumb up on my belt. That way I can clear my shirt.
Yep.
If I have to. And once I did that, the guy turned around. So I don't know.
You're definitely going to try to get mugged. Or
Yeah, because it was weird. Like if you're gonna come up and ask for money, I didn't flash my gun. You're not allowed to do that. But I just, got draw ready. And then you promptly turned around and walked away. So I don't know. Fuck, I just know that we got in the truck and left, and I'm like, I won't be surprised if there's a robbery there tonight because there's some shady fellers.
Oh, for sure. So, yeah. I don't remember what we're talking about.
January 6th.
Well, I remember the topic. I don't remember where we stopped at, though, talking about it. Yep. All right. Well,
So
let's just go to the next question.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah. Well, what was the last one? I don't remember.
About if it having any effect on the previous or upcoming.
Oh, we were
Genesis.
talking about whether or not to let them out. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't
think so either. I think
unless
our justice system, especially in Washington, is so broken that it won't matter.
Yeah, I think unless
especially Washington being so blue.
It is super blue.
DC and the state.
It's a blue swamp of communism, not red, blue. No, I think it's just not going to happen. You'd have to have like a rogue federal judge be like, no, release all these people because the Justice Department's not going to do it. Who's our district attorney or attorney general? Merrick Garland.
Yeah,
that guy's a douche.
That guy is a douche, and that guy has been nothing but a failure.
That is a joke. Thank God he wasn't put on the Supreme Court.
The DOJ is
that is the one thing
I don't know.
Cocaine Mitch did right.
I don't know, man. We still have control. It would have been I don't know, because him as the head of the DOJ is almost worse because he's weaponized it. So
yeah, but he's gone as soon as the new president comes in. If he got up on the Supreme Court, he's there for life, just like Sotomayor.
Here's what the problem with like the FBI and the DOJ and the left has infiltrated it so bad.
Well, yeah,
it doesn't matter.
It's the what do they
It's
call
the middle management.
It's the bureaucrats.
The middle management of any of these bureaucratic fucking hellscapes, which are 3-letter fucking.
Well, and I don't know who I heard it from. I remember hearing Dr. Greer talk about it in that one thing, but I heard this a while back before that. The most powerful people in the country are not like the FBI director, the CIA director, the president. They're all temporary jobs. It's the assistant director of the FBI, the assistant director of CIA, stuff like those are the people that are there for life. Those are the people that know all the crazy shit.
Yeah, and those are the people that are fucking weaponizing.
Yeah, and the problem is all those people are left-wing assholes.
Yes, because, psychopaths.
It still annoys the crap out of me.
Or sociopaths. I don't know which one.
Sociopaths. They only care about themselves.
Yeah, sociopaths.
It does annoy me that even though Trump appointed him, Trump should have fired that douchebag in the FBI.
Which one?
The one his name's not even worth remembering.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
I don't know. I just know he's the director of the FBI, and he's an idiot. or he makes himself look like an idiot. Like,
he is an idiot.
he makes himself look like he has no idea what's going on.
That's probably why
in
he's
the
still
FBI
there.
or what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't comment on that. Oh, he's an idiot. You're an idiot. You're dumb. You're a dummy.
Yeah. So FBI guy, show this to him because I know you're watching.
Now we're going to jail because we called him dumb.
He is dumb. He doesn't know.
Doesn't mean he's not going to throw us in jail for it.
You know, call him big dummy. So he's a big dummy though.
Yep, big dummy.
So speaking of Washington, George Washington said, let me get this right. And when I paraphrase this guy, I don't know the exact quote.
Let me get this right while I paraphrase it.
Well, I don't know the exact quote, but I know what it goes like. It says, the government is like a fire. When the citizens control it, when, you know, it's a good thing. You know, it warms you, it, you know,
Produces
protects you.
energy.
It, you know, it protects you. When it controls itself, you're bound to get burned and possibly die. I put the last part in there, possibly die.
From third-degree burns.
Are we on the verge of getting burned, or are we getting burned right now?
I think we're getting burned right now. Our rights are being trampled left and right.
Yes. And I want to put that in there because it's what's happening to these people who are in prison and not getting speedy trials and basically got their rights stripped away. All in the name of politics. And fuck our government for doing this shit because they're not representing any of us. They're doing this out for, and left, right, middle, there may be 10 politicians in all of Washington that give a shit about the people. The rest of them just give shit about themselves. And this is what the problem is of the government is. Because we keep re-electing the same people no matter what.
Yeah.
Because we're so complacent and fat, stupid, Wally people that we don't care. We're just like, you know, they have an R by their name, so, you know, in the primaries, I don't know who the other guy is because I don't want to do research. So I'm just going to keep fucking putting Chuck Grassley there because he's 98 fucking years old and, you know, he can barely stand and walk. And I'm going to put Joe Biden there because I heard his name once. So, you know, he can't speak or nothing, but, you know, he can barely walk up steps and he pees himself sometimes and poops himself in the Vatican.
That's how the Pennsylvania guy got elected.
I know.
Who's now in the hospital.
They voted a guy in who was dead.
Yeah. And they celebrated it.
I don't think most of the people who voted for him even knew he was dead.
People are checked out.
They saw a D next to his name and like, oh, boom.
Even with as bad as things
so
are
people
right
get
now,
no research.
Well, we live in a comfortable country. Like,
this is
what the hell it is.
I know.
It's comfortable. So people are lazy.
Well, it's so stupid because we have all this information. We have the internet. And as much as it isn't manipulated, you can still find stuff on everybody. And good or bad, you can make your decision off that. But you're just doing it because he has a D or an R next to his name. I mean, or her name, or its name, or whatever.
Like judges and shit. I don't fucking know. But I know who the hell's running for like governor, mayor, important shit that even though really the most important elections you can participate in are your local elections.
Yeah,
because those are seriously the ones that can seriously jack up your shit.
Your school boards, your mayoral, your city council members,
and the state, like those are things that really affect you.
Yeah, so especially during primaries and even like state primaries and stuff like that, you need to pay attention to those because
people are checked out, and that's why I think Democrats or Republicans in 2024 really need to run on all the bullshit going on isn't Biden, it's the Democrat Party. This is the Democrat agenda. This is what they want to do. It's not Joe Biden. If you think Joe Biden is running the country, you're an idiot. I don't need a bunch of fact sheets or anything. The dude has checked out before he was elected. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying that's what they need to push because people are just like, well, I don't like Trump. He says mean things, and they got a taste of what it's like not having a guy. I don't care what he says. I don't care what his personality is. I don't care if he's a huge dick. As long as he does a good job of protecting the United States and getting the hell out of America's way. is if you get out of America's way and let America do America's shit, we generally prosper. Do they have to, like, crack down on crony capitalism, or possibly corporations get in bed in the government that forces citizens to have to buy or take something that makes billions? I mean, yeah, they need to step in on that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know when that has ever happened or if it would. I'm just saying that would be bad. That's crony capitalism. That is bad. But
Yes.
true capitalism. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to put the second thumb in.
And stop fucking voting on identity politics.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Like, just because somebody's gay does not make them or black or a woman or a gay black woman does not
Doesn't
make
have to
them
do
a
with
good
anything.
politician. You don't have to feel guilty voting for a white guy or a white woman, or vote for a black person or a black woman or a gay guy, or if they're the best candidate that identifies with what you actually core believe in, then vote for them.
Yeah,
Don't
listen
vote
to
for
what
them.
they say. And, well, listen to what they say and watch what they do. Mostly watch what they do.
Yeah.
Like Dan Crenshaw should not be reelected.
Yeah, because there's a lot of fakeness that goes on in politics, and it's not always easy to read between the lines or get a read on somebody. And sometimes a bad guy won't win. I mean, it's just part of politics, part of voting.
That's right.
But if you can do your research, you can actually hear them speak. Actually true. Go to, like, if they do a town hall, maybe go to a town hall, do stuff like that. I would highly support that.
Yes.
I wish I could go to more. Usually, I don't get home from work till after they already started, or because they're always doing like mid-afternoon.
Well, and that would have been one of the things that would have changed if we got elected mayor. I would be having the city hall meetings at like 5:36.
Yeah.
So people could actually
Not
participate.
not 1 o'clock.
Oh yeah, they
afternoon.
intentionally put them in there.
Yeah, so no one shows up except for crazy people.
Just saying.
There's a couple. I'm pretty. Do you have anything else you want to do on January 6th? Can you think of anything you want to talk about?
No, it's a joke. It was nothing more than I think it was really set up not so much for the people. The people are like cannon fodder for Trump. They're trying to get him arrested, so we can do that. But before we go into the next thing Kevin's going to talk about, we're going to take a bathroom break.
Boo, 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 peeing.
And you're just a firecracker tonight, Kevin. Pumping all kinds of naughty words.
And we're back.
That's right. We're back.
Bladder's empty.
Bladder's empty.
So my next subject kind of ties into this because it's about Tucker Carlson and was it Chuck Schumer who said that Tucker Carlson should be fired, and Rupert Murdoch shouldn't have aired his episode at all. So he's pretty much calling for the censorship of the media.
Of the press, yeah.
Yeah.
Blatantly against First Amendment.
Blatantly against First Amendment. But then they want to go against Ron DeSantis, who wants to eliminate some books from, elementary schools. Books that he read out loud, and CNN had to stop covering it because it would have gone against the FCC guidelines. So it's against the FCC for what he read out loud, but it's okay for children.
Yeah, well, I saw what people started doing is they were taking their kids to the school board meetings and having them read out of the books, and it is gross.
And like half the time, school boards will make them stop because it's indecent.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let that sink in. That's where our country is falling to, is people don't want to hear it, but they're allowing kids to read it and ingest it because it fits their weird sexual fantasy, I don't know.
They're trying to justify, like, some of the teachers literally are like trying to get confirmation from their students.
Yes. And what sad people do you need to have a 12-year-old validate your lifestyle?
Yeah, like it's weird.
If you have no self-esteem, you are.
Don't go on another one.
You should not be.
Your bad word rants, Kevin.
No, you should not be teaching children if you don't know who you are or what I don't know.
If you have to validate your feelings with children as an adult, you probably should get some help.
You're a sad
and
person.
you probably shouldn't be a teacher.
Yes. Okay. That's basically it. And yeah, you're right. It is like that, and it was just I don't know. It's just something that it's disgusting, and um, listen, I am no proponent of banning any kind of, and they're not banning books, by the way.
No, there's
Because
a
you can
difference
still-
between banning books and having inappropriate material for minors in the school library.
Yeah, and I have no problem, even if this stuff is in like high school libraries. I don't think I would have a problem with it because you're a little bit more mature as a high schooler. At least you're.
I don't think so. Like, I disagree with any of that shit in any K through 12. For one, it's public schooling, and two,
Yes.
you're not there to discover yourself. You're there to be educated to become a functional adult from the point you leave high school. And right now, anyone who leaves high school is an idiot. And not just like
That's
you're
true.
brainwashed idiot. Like literally people are graduating from high school that can't fucking read.
Yes, and have no idea how to do any kind of math.
Yeah, but apparently we can inject courses showing how racist America is and how horrible a country we are, and do weird ass gender studies bullshit.
Yes.
Like, if you want to send your kids to a college that offers that crap and they get caught up in that stuff, then whatever. But high school is not the place.
Yeah, I guess. I agree with that. I mean, if they really are that dedicated and reading something about it, then they can go to the public library or, the internet.
Yes.
Where
Where all the gross
bunch of gross stuff.
sins of the world.
We're about the
lie.
only good corner of the internet there is.
That's right.
So
Wholesome.
and family friendly.
Yeah.
Not this episode,
Not
though.
this is definitely getting marked.
Like our previous episode.
I mark all our episodes as explicit, but then sometimes we get an extra one, and it's always because of Kevin.
Oh, no. Yes. I still feel like I'm unfairly targeted.
Just like,
It's because I'm a white male.
no,
No,
because you got a dirty mouth.
I do have dirty mouth. Well, I wanted to start this podcast. I wanted people to know my feelings.
There's nothing wrong with sharing your feelings. We're in a time
I can't
of
do
sharing
it in a
feelings.
family-friendly way.
Well,
That's not.
true.
That's holding
I'm
myself-
intense.
That's not
Extreme.
extreme to the core, buddy.
Cool.
To the core. Brr.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of flab.
Marco. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it did not hurt. It's like a soft pillow.
It was like hitting one of those big old balls you sit on for yoga.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. You got anything else you want to talk about? Is there any news stories that came up in the past week or so?
That whole January 6th thing pretty well ate up most of the airwave.
Yeah.
I did watch the Jared Subway special that came out, and
What was that on?
I think it was
Did you
I think
say
it was on
ID?
Discovery ID. That dude's gross, and we
Yeah.
will be having an episode on him.
Is there a next episode?
I think it will be our next episode. I think we're going to do it on him, but not just like him, because it is gross,
But
and
just-
it was hard to watch.
Elites,
like-
celebrity elites,
Yeah, I feel like it's like
rich elites.
a looking glass into kind of the Epstein and all that stuff, and like child trafficking. So we're going to have an episode on that. 'Cause holy crap, that dude was jacked.
That dude was
And not like jacked.
no,
but
like
jacked,
jacked up in the
brain.
mind. Like so many are.
Yeah, like holy crap, that was a rough watch.
Yeah.
Now it kind of pulls you in because like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did this.
No.
I can't believe he literally traveled the country speaking to kids.
Yeah, he did. He went to like grade schools and stuff, teach them how to
Yeah.
like fitness and healthy exercise and stuff like that can keep your.
And the funny thing is, I think he only got like 15 years.
No.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I'm pretty sure
He's
that's all he
probably
got.
almost out then because that was a while ago, wasn't it?
It wasn't 15 years ago. It was a while ago.
But 10 years ago. I bet he
It
doesn't
was
have much
bad.
longer left.
Here's a problem though.
Why hasn't no one killed him in prison?
Obviously, his wife divorced him when he got
Really? No
arrested
kidding.
for being into children. But even if she took half his shit, he still probably has like $5 to $7 million. So he's probably just going to get out and move to a foreign country.
How do you not see somebody's assets?
I don't think you can just do that to do it. There has to be a reason for it.
Because you travel the world fucking
But once
banging kids.
Once he served his time and he gets off parole and he can go wherever he wants, he's probably going to go to Thailand.
I hope he's on parole forever. Though.
That's where he like to go. Like, here's a little snippet. He used to fly to Thailand to be inappropriate with boys, young boys. That's how that. It's a hard watch, but it's just like it's not even.
That dude should be fucking executed and buried under a prison. He shouldn't be in prison. He should be under
like
it.
this. Like he's so cavalier because this one reporter recorded all their conversations. He's so cavalier about it, like, oh yeah, like
Well, he probably didn't think he's going
and
to
I'm not even going to say the stuff that
a lot of
he
these
said on
elites
the
don't even think
podcast.
they're going to trouble because
That's just it. Like that's how he was talking. I wouldn't even say it in the pocket. It's not gonna be interesting. It's going
to be hard to hear. I think.
Yeah, it needs to be pointed out though because I think it does tie into a lot of stuff that's been going on.
I think there's going to be a lot less comedy.
Yeah, that one's. I don't know. I saw it. It was rough to watch, and I begrudgingly want to do an episode on it because I think it does tie into other stuff.
I think we need to talk about it. I think we need to talk about that and just sex trafficking and children stuff. Children.
Shit that you didn't really think was a thing.
Are
we living in our ignorance or?
Well, when you
we
think
are
of
the most propagandized civilization on earth.
When the nation has turned into a my needs, my sexual fantasies first, instead of for the people,
true,
of the people, then that's what happens.
What do you think about it though? Like everything revolves around sex and sexuality. Like it's weird.
And everything's individualized. And anymore it's about how you feel, how you think of yourself, what your sexual orientation is, what sexual needs you have. It's not about the good of the people anymore. It's about the good of you.
Or just like keep it to yourself because no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
Like be a productive member of society. And if you get your
don't touch kids.
Don't touch kids. If you want to let your freak flag fly on the weekends doing legal weird stuff.
Yeah.
And whatever, nobody cares. But
don't make it your
so weird.
Whatever you do sexually should not be your identity. That's how you get people trying to validate themselves in front of children.
Let's just say back in the day, like around the founding of the country and probably not all that long ago, these sick assholes that do this shit with kids or even the stuff that they're doing to kids as far as like manipulating them, they would either be thrown in jail or executed.
Yeah.
They did not put up with
as they should be.
So it's weird.
The second one, not so much the first one.
It'll be a weird episode, but I don't know. It's gonna be weird setting the show notes up for that. Because I don't want to say on air the stuff that he said. Because it is horrible.
We'll figure out a way around it.
Yeah, it's horrible.
We don't. Yeah, it's something that needs.
Like I don't want the words coming out of my mouth to be on the
we don't
want
to talk about it, but I think it's something we need to talk about. So
it just blows your mind because the dude, and I did not realize he was the Subway guy for like 15 years.
Oh, for a while.
Like yeah, and
the whole Subway thing was a lie, anyways. Like. He was like, "Oh, I just did this." And
well, no, what he made it sound like is he lost all his weight eating the chicken teriyaki.
Yeah.
What he ate was like a 6-inch turkey and then a vegetarian.
Yeah.
That's how he lost all the weight. He did do it eating Subway, but it's not the chicken teriyaki.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever had chicken teriyaki. Is it good?
I haven't had. I always get the steak and cheese.
That's what I get.
I mean, I still get Subway. I mean, the sandwich is okay. I have to be in the mood for it. Like, man, am I in the mood for a subpar sandwich? Yeah, I'm going to go to Subway.
They got new sandwiches, and they're,
Here's what pisses me off, though. Like, I do kind of like, it's like, I want that sandwich. What do you want on it? Whatever's in that fucking picture.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think
about it. It never looks like
that.
No. It's a sad thing. Sad thing about all food. I feel like we should do one on false advertisement because, like,
point out all the lies.
Yeah.
You guys got damn good subs.
No.
Firehouse.
Firehouse does have good subs.
Except for the one here. One of the ones here. One's good, one's bad. The other one, the employees figured out how to enter into the tip thing on a credit card machine, and they will hand you out the entire credit card machine to try to get a tip.
Oh.
And I was like, is this actually something Firehouse subs started doing? I went to the other one. No, it's not. It's these jackass employees.
Oh, well, good on them.
And they're like, we can't take credit cards in the drive-thru, so you can use a credit card, but you have to go into the dining room. Is that because you probably dropped it handing in the card reader out to somebody?
That's absolutely what happened.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's absolutely what
But
happened.
man, their sandwiches.
Well, that's what I noticed about here where you live is like there's one really good Buffalo Wild Wings, and there's one that's garbage.
Which is the garbage one?
The one right around here. Right
So
around
the
where you
new
live.
one is the good one.
The one up by the airport's the good one. Oh,
I've never been to that one.
it's really good.
I've been to the old one.
If you ask for like
It's not
anyone,
good.
but you gotta get like their I like a crispy skin on my chicken wing. So they do it if you ask for crisp it up. They'll crisp it up. It's super delicious. This one down here tastes like you're eating mush.
Well, what happens too is when they're busy, they don't allow their fryers time to rebound.
Yeah.
Where my wing fryer doesn't require rebounding because it's awesome. Bayou
And
Classic
you're not
deep
fucking
fryer.
serving 50 fucking people.
No, but I did cook wings at an event once to raise money, and we were just literally frying wings nonstop for like 3 hours, and that thing never required a rebound. It just turned them out.
How do you have a better fryer than Buffalo Wild Wings?
Because I'm awesome. I don't know. They probably use commercial electric. Or
Probably.
maybe gas, but this one literally shoots like a blowtorch size
Ooh.
flame through piping down through the oil. So it just like stays hot. If you're not dumping cold wings in it, you have to turn it off because
Explode.
it'll overheat.
Yeah.
It's like that one time at the barbecue competition. You gotta watch the temps. He did a turn in, he came back, totally forgot about it. I go over and their fryers are like 650 degrees, well over flash point. Luckily, there wasn't a giant fireball when I opened it up, and then I dropped some brisket burnt ends in it, and they were delicious. But I've also eaten like blackened pierogies once, and I thought it was delicious because when you've been drinking, food just tastes better.
Food does taste better when you're
Doesn't
drinking.
matter what you're eating. You can be like
That's a lost art of common sense tip.
That's right. Food tastes better when you've been drinking.
Yeah. Unless you're an alcoholic and
You can eat a charcoal briquette.
Don't do it.
With some barbecue sauce on it. Oh, guys, it's like barbecue candy. Then you wake up and you get black charcoal dust all over your face. I'm just saying. All right, we
have.
on
All
long
right. Well, thanks for listening. Remember, again, if you like, subscribe, share, whatever the other stuff is. Comment.
Just be part of the program.
Yeah, be part of the program. Stop being the quiet weirdo in the corner, all right? Be an outspoken person.
That's right.
Because I think you are. If you're listening to us,
You're awesome.
you are awesome, but
Even if you hate us.
you obviously have some kind of intelligence. And at least common sense. I don't know about intelligence. I'm not a very smart guy, but I got at least a little common sense.
Common sense will get you through life. You
Yes,
don't
it
have to be
will.
intelligent.
So you guys need to speak up and be a part of the program because, as much as we love talking to each other and to you guys, we would love to interact with you guys as well. But I think we're going to end this episode. So I'm Kevin.
And I'm Josh.
And this was The Lost Art of Common Sense.
Common sense. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Get in my belly.